Are you stuck in free to play trying to figure out how to make some GP for that bond? Well, you're in the right place, because in this video, we're diving deep into the 3 best free to play methods you can do to stockpile for that bond. So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure you stay tuned. Let's dive in. Now this video will only include free-to-play items and methods. If you're already a member, I'll have a card in the top right corner for the playlist of moneymakers that could fit your needs. With that being said, make sure to hit that subscribe button to follow along all the different moneymakers we can find. Starting off with the 3rd best free-to-play money-making method is cutting oak logs. Yes, wood cutting does make this list. Now you can start cutting oak logs at level 15, but to make this into one of the best free-to-play methods, it does require level 50 wood cutting. That's so you can have a ruined hatchet for faster progress and an Acacia wood box to store your logs for less trips to the bank. Using anything lower than a ruined hatchet and an Acacia wood box will definitely eat into how much you can make per hour. You can make the Acacia wood box by using 6 Acacia logs and a maple wood box with the fletching skill, which also requires level 50 fletching to do. Now, a ruined hatchet can be created by smithing 2 ruined bars at any furnace and anvil, which as well requires level 50 smithing to make. But if you are a man, of course, you can always go to the GE and simply buy them. Once you've gotten your items, you will then make your way east of the Draenor Village Bank. This spot is the best for how close the oak trees are to the bank, making banking very easy. Once you made it to the area, what I would do is find 2 oak trees side by side to where you can stand in between them like you see on the video now. This minimizes how much you run just by having your character turning around to chop the next tree. Though it does take about 13 seconds to have an oak tree respawn, sometimes you just don't want to wait. Once your wood box and inventory are full, you just simply run to the bank, empty everything in it, and just run back to the area and start all over again. Doing this method, you can expect to make around 1.5 million GP per hour and about 37,500 woodcut XP per hour, which makes this the 3rd best moneymaker for free-to-play players at this moment. The 2nd best free-to-play moneymaker is Excavate Inventor Remains. Even though this skill is a member skill, you can get it up to level 20 before maxing out. And the reason you want it to get to level 20 is so you can use the Steelmatic for faster progression on the hotspots. The simplest way to get a Steelmatic is to buy one from Matty Ock in the Archaeology Guild. You can also either buy one from the GE for some reason, or create one by smithing 2 steel bars at a furnace and anvil at level 20 smithing. You will also want to have a soil box, which you can pick up for free from Israel, also located in the Archaeology Guild. Once you have everything you need, you will then make your way to the Alcura dig site by using the dig site's map on the nearby desk. When you arrive, you'll make your way out of the hut and down the stairs to the Inventor Remains hotspots. If you're familiar with archaeology, then you know about the time spirits, but in this case, we are going to purely AFK a single spot. The time it takes to chase the spirits will actually eat into our GP gains. Plus, we aren't chasing to get artifacts. We are after the materials and soil to sell. Every so often, you will find an artifact when the progression bar fills, and you will have to acknowledge by simply pressing space or the continue button on mobile. You'll also have to pay attention to your inventory to fill your soil box so you can keep collecting materials. Once your inventory is full, there is a bank right up the stairs to empty everything into. Now, there is a material storage container in the hut, but I find it easier to be able to empty your soil box and materials into your bank since soil and artifacts found doesn't go into the container anyways. Now, doing this method, you can expect around 1.8 million GP per hour and a measly 1500 archaeology XP per hour. But since it's a member only skill, that low XP rate doesn't matter if you're already maxed out at level 20. Currently, with that 1.8 million GP per hour profit, makes this method the 2nd best for free to play players. The final and best method for free to play moneymakers is mining runite and luminite ores. Technically, it's 2 different methods, but since they are about the same in GP per hour and they are both mining and they are also both used to make ruined bars, I figured I'd just mash them together. You can start mining luminite rocks at level 40 mining and runite rocks at level 50. Having the respectful level also allows you to use the animate pickaxe at level 40 and ruined pickaxe at level 50. Having level 50 mining is ideal for luminite ore anyways, since you'll have better hits on the rocks using a ruined pickaxe, speeding up how many ores you get per hour, increasing your GP per hour. Now, there is a bit of a difference for how the methods do work. First, let's look into mining runite rocks. First off, you're going to want to create a ruined ore box by using an animate ore box and 2 ruined bars at a furnace and an anvil, requiring level 50 smithing to do. If you haven't already, you'll also want to create a ruined pickaxe as well, also requiring level 50 smithing. If you're a main, you can simply just buy them from the GE, but where's the fun in that? You'll also want to get some Ruinite stone spirits, but you want to make sure the price of them do not exceed the sell price of the Ruinite ores, or it's just a waste of GP and time. Now once you have everything, it's time to make our way to the back of the Dwarven Mines in the Mining Guild, which unfortunately does require level 60 mining to enter. The fastest way is to use the ladders in the southeast of Falador across from the Artisan Workshop. Once you're down the ladders, just click on one of the Ruinite rocks and let your character go to work. You also want to make sure your stamina doesn't fully drain to make the most of your hour as well. Something I also just learned while making this video is you can also have your stone spirits in your ore box. Just letting that out in case you didn't know either. When your ore box and inventory are full, you'll simply run back up the ladders and either put the ores in the furnace in the Artisan Workshop or take them to the bank to sell later. I would suggest if you're selling them to put them in the bank so you don't have to run to a furnace later to pull them out just to sell them. Doing the Ruinite ore method, you can expect to make around 2.1 million GP per hour and around 169,000 mining XP per hour, which is insane for free-to-play players. As for Luminite ores, it's going to be a pretty big difference. Of course, requiring level 40 mining, but level 50 to use the Rune Pickaxe for better results. They are located just outside the Mining Guild gate inside the Dwarven Mines, just next to the Ruinite rocks. This method is going to be exactly like the Ruinite ores setup, except it's Luminite ores, using the best pickaxe you got, the best ore box, and Luminite stone spirits. Now, if you're not high enough level to go through the Mining Guild, which again does require level 60 mining, unfortunately, the next best way is to use the stairs northeast in Falador next to the party room in the small little house. Now, here is where the difference is. When your inventory is full, you can either run back to the stairs, back to the bank, and empty your ore box and inventory, or if you have level 15 dungeoneering, you can use the mysterious dungeon right next to the Luminite rocks and use the bank deposit that's inside of there. The thing with the deposit box though is you can't empty your ore box into it. So you can either use no ore box or empty the ores into your inventory, then the deposit box until it is empty. My honest opinion would be not using the ore box and using the deposit box every full inventory. Now, doing Luminite ores, you can expect around 2.6 million GP per hour and around 70,000 mining XP per hour, making Luminite ores the best free-to-play moneymaker out there currently. Hopefully this video helps you achieving that bond for becoming a member. Make sure to check out my other videos for moneymakers while being a member to help you keep that bond membership active. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to follow for more moneymakers that are coming soon. Until next time, guys, I hope you stay safe. See ya.